Islam is one of the major religions in Ghana, with a significant portion of the population adhering to its teachings. The religion has a long and complex history in the country, with its roots going back to the early centuries of Islamic civilization. In this video, we will explore how Islam started in Ghana, the changes it has gone through over the years, and its current state in the country. Islam was introduced to Ghana through the trans-Saharan trade routes that brought Arab traders and travelers to the region from the 9th century onwards. These traders and travelers came from various parts of the Islamic world, including North Africa, the Middle East, and the Arabian Peninsula. They came to Ghana in search of gold, ivory, and other valuable commodities, and established trading posts and settlements in the region. Over time, these Arab traders and travelers began to interact with the local population and share their religious beliefs and practices with them. The religion gradually spread among the indigenous people of Ghana, particularly among the Wangara traders who were involved in the trade of gold and other commodities. These traders played a significant role in the spread of Islam in West Africa, and many of them became leaders in their communities. The spread of Islam in Ghana was also facilitated by the activities of Muslim scholars and preachers who came to the region to spread the message of Islam. These scholars and preachers came from various parts of the Islamic world, including North Africa, the Middle East, and the Arabian Peninsula. They brought with them the teachings of Islam, including the Quran, the Hadith, and Islamic law, and began to teach and preach to the local population. One of the most prominent of these scholars was Sheikh Ahmad bin Muhammad al-Tijani, a Moroccan Sufi who arrived in Ghana in the 19th century. Sheikh Tijani established the Tijaniya Sufi order, which is still active in the country today. The Tijaniya order is known for its emphasis on spiritual purification and its focus on the teachings of the Quran and the Hadith. Another important figure in the spread of Islam in Ghana was Sheikh Usman Dan Fodio, a 19th-century Islamic reformer who led a successful jihad against the rulers of the Hausa states in northern Nigeria. Sheikh Usman Dan Fodio's teachings and reforms had a profound impact on the Islamic world in West Africa, and many of his followers migrated to Ghana and other neighboring countries. Over the years, Islam in Ghana has gone through many changes and faced many challenges. One of the main challenges has been the conflict between different Islamic groups and sects. Ghana has a diverse Muslim community, with followers of different Islamic traditions and schools of thought. These differences have sometimes led to conflict and tension between different groups. Another challenge has been the influence of colonialism and Western culture on Islam in Ghana. During the colonial period, many Ghanaians were exposed to Western ideas and values, which led some to question traditional Islamic practices and beliefs. This led to the emergence of new Islamic movements and organizations that sought to reconcile Islam with modernity and Western culture. In recent years, Islam in Ghana has also faced challenges from extremist groups such as Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, AQIM. These groups have carried out attacks in neighboring countries and have sought to expand their influence in West Africa. While Ghana has not experienced any major attacks from these groups, there is concern that they could gain a foothold in the country if their activities are not closely monitored. Current state of Islam in Ghana. Today, Islam is one of the major religions in Ghana. According to the 2021 estimates by the Pew Research Center, Muslims make up approximately 18.2% of Ghana's population. This is a significant increase from the 2009 population census, which reported that Muslims made up 16.8% of the population. It is worth noting that Ghana has a predominantly Christian population, with Christians making up approximately 71.2% of the population. The remaining population identifies as traditional or other religions. The population of Muslims in Ghana is concentrated in the northern regions of the country, particularly in the regions of northern, Upper East, and Upper West. Muslims also make up a significant portion of the population in the Greater Accra region and other urban centers such as Kumasi and Tamale. It is also important to note that the Muslim population in Ghana is diverse and includes a variety of ethnic and linguistic groups, such as the Hausa, Dagomba, Ganja, and Frafra. Additionally, there are both Sunni and Shia Muslims in Ghana, with the majority of Muslims in the country being Sunni. mysticism and occultism practices by some Malams in Ghana. The influence of magic, mysticism, and occultism on Islam in Ghana can be traced back to the pre-Islamic belief systems that existed in the region before the arrival of Islam. These belief systems included animism, ancestor worship, and various forms of magic and sorcery. When Islam was introduced to Ghana, it encountered these pre-existing belief systems and had to find ways to incorporate them into its teachings. This process of assimilation was facilitated by the Sufi orders that emerged in West Africa, which combined elements of Islamic mysticism with local beliefs and practices. One of the most important Sufi orders in Ghana is the Tijaniya, which was founded by Sheikh Ahmad bin Muhammad al-Tijani in the 18th century. The Tijaniya order emphasizes the importance of spiritual purification and the attainment of mystical knowledge through spiritual practices such as meditation and recitation of the Quran. The Tijaniya also incorporates elements of African mysticism, such as the veneration of saints and the use of amulets and talismans for protection and healing. One such group is the Ahlul Bayt Islamic Society, which combines Shia Islam with elements of African mysticism and traditional healing practices. The use of magic, mysticism, and occultism in Islam in Ghana is not without controversy. Some Muslims see these practices as being in conflict with Islamic teachings and view them as superstition or even heresy. However, many Muslims in Ghana see these practices as being compatible with Islam and view them as a way to enhance their spiritual and physical well-being. One such group is the Ahlul Bayt Islamic Society, which combines Shia Islam with elements of African mysticism and traditional healing practices. The use of magic, mysticism, and occultism in Islam in Ghana is not without controversy. Some Muslims see these practices as being in conflict with Islamic teachings and view them as superstition or even heresy. However, many Muslims in Ghana see these practices as being compatible with Islam and view them as a way to enhance their spiritual and physical well-being. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in Islamic mysticism and spirituality in Ghana, with many Muslims turning to Sufi orders and other groups that emphasize these aspects of Islam. This trend reflects a broader global trend towards a more spiritual and holistic approach to Islam, which seeks to combine the teachings of Islam with local beliefs and practices. In Islamic theology, jinn are supernatural beings created from smokeless flame, who exist in a parallel world and have the ability to interact with humans. While jinn are not necessarily evil or malevolent, they are often associated with mischief and trickery, and are believed to have the power to possess humans and cause harm. Similarly, the belief in dwarves known as Amoatia and Twi is a long-standing cultural belief in many parts of Ghana, particularly among the Akan people. Dwarves are believed to be supernatural beings that inhabit the forests and other natural environments, and are often associated with fertility, protection, and luck. However, dwarves are also believed to be capricious and unpredictable, and can cause harm if not appeased or respected. For some Malams in Ghana, the belief in jinn and dwarves is seen as compatible with Islamic teachings, particularly in the context of Sufi mysticism. Sufism emphasizes the importance of spiritual purification and the attainment of mystical knowledge through spiritual practices such as meditation and recitation of the Quran. Some Sufi practitioners believe that jinn and other supernatural beings can be invoked and communicated with through spiritual practices, and can provide spiritual guidance and protection. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, click on the notification button to receive new videos we upload. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. See you in the next video.